The rose that blooms with love. A woman was dreaming at night, a dream where she was walking through a garden full of roses with a rejoicing smile on her face. She marveled at the garden as she looked around. Wow, how many roses are here? Then suddenly, a soft voice whispered, "There are 1,000,000 roses here." She had never felt such warmth in a voice before. She thought to herself, what a blessing it would be if she could live here for the rest of her life. The soft voice spoke to her passing thought. "You can live here if you keep every single one of these 1,000,000 roses blooming. How hard could it be?" Upon her thought, she heard the soft voice like an echo. "The roses will wither the moment you make a judgment." "What judgment?" she wanted to ask back, but the dream was over. For a while, she still felt the bliss of being in the garden, surrounded by exquisite roses, but it didn't last long. The frown clouded over her face as soon as she got back to work. She was immediately judging people as she saw them as if scanning a barcode of a product. "He never says hi first. She never gets things done in time. That one is a total basket case. That selfish snob needs to get off his high horse." Simultaneously, she saw a vision in her mind of a bundle of roses withering away. "No, wait!" she cried out in her mind with desperation, but it was in vain. Now she could see what was going on with the rules of the game. "What are you, a judge, huh?" Reproaching herself, she decided that she will not make any judgments in her power and won't let any more roses wither and die. When someone was mean to her, she reflected on herself, whether she had done anything to cause them to treat her that way or had shown disrespect inadvertently. When she found someone being grossly fake and condescending, she reflected on herself, whether she had behaved the same way herself. When someone hurt her deliberately, she didn't bother to get back at them and wished for their thorn-like minds to heal. When someone threw a fit, she felt grateful for those who put up with her when she did the same, and patiently waited for their temper to subside. When she was in conflict with others, instead of classifying them as enemies, she made an effort to accept the difference and agreed to disagree. When she felt that someone was being such a headache, she tried to compliment them, even though it was not always said out loud. "You are worthy of love. You have a unique charm. I learned from you. Can I buy you some coffee? I wish you the best. Thank you for being with me. Let's grow and be happy together." Of course, she failed from time to time, and each time she had to watch a bundle of roses wither away relentlessly. Every time it happened, she could feel chunks of happiness being taken away from her, and she was overwhelmed with resentment, blame, jealousy, and the mind that wants to wish bad on others, which made her feel like she was in hell. But on the contrary, if she took good care of her mind, even the roses that had withered and died came back to life. As the roses bloomed and shined beautifully, the inexplicable and priceless happiness spread into her mind. She realized that this is the way for anyone and everyone to live in heaven on earth, regardless of their gender, age, ethnicity, educational background, wealth, or social status. She marveled at this method that can allow humankind to live an ideal life through coexistence instead of competition. She started wondering who would succeed at this mission, which requires a mind that is as big as the universe. Then at the same time, she thought that it shouldn't be impossible after all, because all that you have to do is battle with your evil self, riddled with inferiority, arrogance, and ignorance, and the self who wishes pain, misery, and punishment upon others. Certainly, a person who blooms 1,000,000 roses under any kind of circumstance would deserve to live in heaven on earth. "It is for you to become one of the roses in my garden, sweetheart." She heard that soft voice again, the warm voice from heaven.